Shibimol, Shilpa, take us through in terms of preparation. Chennai, Tamil Nadu bracing for the worst.
Well, Preeti, to be honest, the situation in Chennai is quite concerning at this point in time because since last night there have been continuous rains, that too heavy rains, lashing and pounding Chennai, and not just Chennai but even the neighbouring districts of Chennai such as Chengalpet, Kanchipuram, Tiruvallur. These are the districts where red alert has bbeen given by the IMD, and you can see from the visuals. We are currently reporting from Nandanam. This is the core city area, and you can see the kind of water logging here. And it's quite concerning at this point in time because there is no, from what we're given to understand, the rains are only going to get worse from here on. And there is gusty winds too. So for that reason, the Tamil Nadu government, of course, yesterday itself, they had announced a public holiday, not just for Chennai, but for Chengalpet, Kanchipuram and Tiruvallur districts. And private establishments and offices have also been advised to instruct their employees to work from home because today is simply not the situation for people to come out, to venture out unnecessarily. There are several places where there's massive waterlogging. Most parts of the city are waterlogged. Trees have fallen due to the strong winds. Water have entered homes of people, especially those living in low-lying areas. So the situation is quite concerning, and even for the Chennai Corporation officials, for them to install pumps and drain out water, it's simply not going to work given the amount of rainfall the city is receiving. There is no end. It's been continuously raining since last night. The Chennai Corporation all these days, every time it rained, what they did was they used to install pumps and motors in areas which are very vulnerable, which are low-lying areas. But if it's going to rain like this, there is no point in them installing that because water simply will not drain out. And we are, from the location where we are reporting, there is the Adayar River, and that is also overflowing. So that, of course, is a big challenge for the Chennai Corporation officials because several water bodies are already overflowing. So the water from the streets are not draining out as easily as they would have thought. So this, of course, is, the situation on ground. The government, of course, is keeping a very close watch on the situation. Top officials, top ministers have been instructed to be on ground to provide help to those who are in need. People from low-lying areas have been moved to relief centers. Fishermen, of course, have been advised not to venture into the sea. The cyclone is very close to the Chennai coast. It's around 110 kilometers away from the Chennai coast. It will make a landfall tomorrow in South Andhra Pradesh coast. It's expected to make a landfall between Nellore and Machilipatnam. But considering the fact that the cyclone is so close to Chennai, it's bringing so much of rain. It's dumping massive amounts of rainfall in the city.
Right.
And that has brought the city completely to a standstill. And because of that, train services have been cancelled, the suburban metro services have been cancelled, flight operations have been affected, and you can see how it's difficult for even vehicles to commute. Several vehicles that are parked on the roads that have submerged. So the situation is quite concerning, but the government says they're keeping a very close watch on the situation. Everyone is, of course, praying for the rains to subside.
All right, Shilpa, take care of yourself. We're going to continue to come back to you. I want to cut across right now to my colleague Shibimol. Shibimol, where exactly are you and what are you witnessing?
Well, Preeti, right now we're at Mylapore in Chennai. This is one of the most important regions of Chennai with a lot of hotels and high buildings and residential area. Here you can see the entire road being filled with water. It's fully waterlogged, and in fact, right a while ago we saw people slipping and falling also because it's continuously raining. Like Shilpa was saying, it's been continuously raining since the last evening. In fact, this area is very closer to the Marina Beach also. So since last evening, it's been heavy rains plus gusty winds, and that's where the problem really arises because you can't really stand for a longer time on the roads because it's the winds that's causing a lot more concern actually. And also people have been advised to stay indoors as much as possible. That's the best that they can do right now to cooperate with the authorities who are trying their best to ensure that there's no casualties reported. It's 9:30 around and you can see the roads are pretty much empty. Very few people coming out of their houses or wherever they are because it's very difficult to commute. Even the the scooters especially are not able to commute. So that's particularly the scene right now here. It's continuously
Shibimol, we're going to come back to you as well as Shilpa for the very latest. Do take care of yourselves.